Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the fifth session of the 52nd Annual Convocation Ceremony at St. Clair College of Applied Arts and Technology. I am Randy Hamlin, Professor of School of Academic Studies in Chatham, and it's my pleasure to act as your Master of Ceremonies for today's program. St. Clair College would like to recognize and acknowledge that it sits on Three Fire Confederation, traditional territory of the Ojibwe, Ottawa, and Potawatomi nations. We would also like to acknowledge the many other tribes and Indigenous nations that call to this beautiful area. Would you please rise, if able to join the singing of O Canada performed by our musical theatre performance faculty, Danielle Marentet.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Daniela. Please be seated. I would like to acknowledge and thank today's piper, Walt Mazeski, interpreters Kelly Ann LaFleur and Christy Riem. Before we begin the formal part of our ceremony, I would like to make a few announcements. We are pleased to advise you that your TV on Cogeco Cable will air this session of Convocation on Wednesday, July 10th at 7 p.m. We will also be live streaming the session at www.stclaircollege.ca. Please set your cell phones on silent during the ceremony. Guests are asked to remain seated during this graduation. We also ask that the graduates stay in their seats until the ceremony is complete. I will now introduce to you the members of the Board of Governors who are with us today, and I would ask that they remain standing, if able, until after the members of the college administration are also introduced. Dan Allen, Chair. Teresa Bendo. Dr. Ken Blanchette, who is also the Associate Vice President, Academics. And this evening's guest speaker, Justin Lamers, alumnus of distinction. I would also like to introduce the members of our college administration, President Patty France. John Fairley, Vice President, College Communications, Community Relations, and Executive Director, Foundation. Wasim Habash, Vice President, Academics. Mark Jones, Vice President, Finance and Chief Financial Officer. Ron Segan, Vice President, International Relations, Campus Development, and Student Services. Joe Ciaranari, Vice President, Human Resources, Safety, Security, and Facilities Management. Michael Savaggi, Associate Vice President, Student Services and Registrar. Karen Gill-Gore, Associate Vice President, Employment and Training Services. Mark Benoit, Chair, School of Academic Studies, Chatham. Monica Tai, Chair, School of Health Sciences. Linda Watson, Chair, School of Nursing. Rick Nichols, MPP, Chatham Kent, Leamington, and alumni of St. Clair College. I would now like to call upon St. College President Patty France to provide opening remarks.
Thank you, Randy. On behalf of the entire St. Clair family of administrators, faculty members, and support staff, it is my great pleasure to welcome our many guests to the convocation ceremony as we recognize the academic accomplishments of the graduating class of 2018-19 and send its members off into the world. In addition to the bittersweet task of bidding farewell to our graduates, these convocation sessions serve as the final ceremonial duties of several members of the college's Board of Governors. Completing their terms on the board within the next month or so are internal members Dr. Ken Blanchette, representing the college's administration, Professor Floyd Curtis, representing the college's faculty members, and Kiera Clement, representing St. Clair students. Thank you, Ken, Floyd, and Kiera, for your many contributions. The board also includes a number of local citizens appointed by the provincial government who represent various economic and employment sectors in Windsor-Essex and Chatham-Kent. Two of those external governors are leaving us this summer as they conclude their 6-year-long term on the board. They are Marlene Corey and Dan Allen. Dan also served the last 2 years as our board's chair. During those half-dozen years, Marlene and Dan oversaw some of the most significant and complex growth in the college's half-century-long history. The board and I personally thank them for their wisdom, insight, energy, and friendship. You will be truly missed. Thank you. As for the graduates this year, we have a record number of them, so our spring convocation has been spread over 3 days, featuring 6 sessions at our new venue, WFCU Center, and back here home on our Chatham campus. During those 3 days, those individuals will cross the stage, and in doing so, be magically transformed from students into graduates. The thousands of graduates in over 100 programs now hail from throughout Canada and over 60 nations around the world. In short, there are thousands of different and distinctive, unique and unusual, individual and inspirational stories in this room. All of those individual stories, however, will exhibit a few identical themes as this collective life chapter concludes, because all of you, regardless of your academic discipline, regardless of your backgrounds, now share some universal traits in common as you prepare to cross the stage and receive your diplomas. First, you are all knowledgeable and skilled in the most state-of-the-art methods and technologies of your field. Methodology and technology rapidly evolve, so what is now state-of-the-art can change on an almost daily basis. And that brings us to your second most important trait. You all know that you must be lifelong learners. Whether you take advantage of professional development opportunities, self-educate, or re-enter the formal educational system from time to time in the future, you've all learned how to learn. Third, while your individual initiative has been encouraged, you also know the importance of teamwork. And it is important in almost every occupational setting. All of you will be working in conjunction with other people. Usually once a semester, and almost every single program, you've had to participate in group projects with your classmates. That educational exercise wasn't just about academic content. It was also an introduction to the sort of group dynamics that exist in every workplace to ensure you are members of a truly successful economy and society. Fourth and finally, and most importantly, as you cross the stage during this ceremony, you will be recognized not only for your academic achievement, but also for the innate integrity inherent in your accomplishment. You have pursued your studies with single-minded dedication and remarkable energy, and also with great honesty and honor. Aside from being fine scholars, you are exceptional, responsible, and admirable people. And as such, the college is immensely proud to be adding you to our family of over 100,000 alumni. I also believe there is a fifth thing that you all have in common. I think it is fair to say that none of you made your journey alone. You were no doubt encouraged and supported by your family and friends in various ways throughout your education. We're so happy that many of them are here today to help you celebrate. I'm sure you would all agree that your loved ones have contributed significantly to your achievement today. So, graduates, let's show our appreciation. Please stand. Please stand. Please turn around and try and make eye contact with your parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, family members, and friends, all your special people, and let them know how much you appreciate their support. Thank you. You can be seated. That's actually my favorite part of graduation. I'll conclude by voicing a collective congratulations to the graduates on behalf of the entire St. Clair College community. It has been our pleasure to have had you as students, and it is our honor to proclaim you as graduates. Congratulations.
Thank you, President France. Dan Allen, Chair, Board of Governors, will now deliver greetings from the board.
President France, fellow board members of administration, faculty, support staff, esteemed guests, parents, relatives, friends, and especially the 2019 graduates. I'm honored to bring greetings on behalf of the St. Clair College Board of Governors. Allow me to extend a very warm welcome to all who have come here today to share in this wonderful celebration of academic achievement. The community commitment to ensuring the success of this college is very evident in those who serve as board members. Let me assure you that each member of the Board of Governors wants you to succeed, to feel good about your learning experience at this college, and to act as ambassadors for the college as you embark upon your chosen career plans, making a contribution either to this community or beyond this region. We congratulate the parents, families, and friends for supporting these graduates through their many months of studying for tests and exams, preparing for numerous projects, and in some cases, preparing for clinical or work experiences. Our thanks and appreciations are also extended to the members of the individual program faculties who have mentored, advised, and presented course materials in such a way as to inspire these graduates here today as they celebrate the culmination of their hard work and dedication to their studies. The Board of Governors also thanks those members of support staff and administration who work behind the scenes to make this day possible. So on behalf of the St. Clair College Board of Governors, I congratulate you, the 2019 graduates. Be proud of your success, and congratulations on a job well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. I would now like to reintroduce John Fairley, Vice President, College Communications and Community Relations, and Executive Director, St. Clair College Foundation, who will now introduce our guest speaker.
Good morning, everyone. Justin Lammers is a graduate from the class of 2005 of the college's paramedic program. Presently, he's the Deputy Chief of the Windsor-Essex EMS, Emergency Medical Service, and located in Essex, Ontario. Justin graduated from the paramedic program and was hired by the Windsor-Essex EMS. He steadily advanced through the ranks and now serves as the Deputy Chief. Justin has worked on numerous committees related to emergency management, mental health for first responders, public health, and citizen care. He is liaison for EMS on special events, policy, procedures, and strategic planning. Justin developed the Vulnerable Patient Navigators, VPN program. The VPN program identifies citizens that need assistance on a regular basis but do not necessarily require urgent response. He is also working in developing the real-time data exchange between the Ministry of Health Dispatch Center and the Essex-Windsor EMS paramedics to identify the exact location of all defibrillators, all the units located all throughout Windsor-Essex. The location of these defibrillator units are now mapped, and information is loaded to communication centers, so when the public is in need of a unit, they know how to be guided there to a precise location and instructed on their use. Justin, with the local team, also worked on the electronic patient control records project. This technical project extracts data from the computer, aided dispatches sites, and transfers the data directly to and from the frontline ambulance workers. It's my pleasure to introduce to you our 2019 Alumni Distinction honoree representing the School of Community Studies, Deputy Chief Justin Lammers.
Thank you, John. I'd like to start by thanking St. Clair College for inviting me here today, President Patty France, the Board of Governors, the Alumni Association, all of the college staff that work each and every day to make this vision come true, and all of you graduating here today. I'm incredibly humbled to be up here right now delivering a convocation speech to all of you, as not so long ago I was in your exact seat. It was 2005, and I was enjoying the fruits of my efforts just as all of you are now. I was excited to be done school and even more excited to start the next chapter of my life. St. Clair College was a massive turning point for me, and I'll explain. I was the second and final child born into a family of 4, raised in a mobile home in a campground just outside of Dutton, Ontario. I spent the first 5 years of my life there. When I reflect on the very few memories I do have from that age, they're all great memories. My parents didn't have much in the way of material possessions, but we were definitely rich in love. Never forget that. We eventually moved to London, Ontario, and I began elementary school in West London. All my memories from that point of life are good. We lived in a side split on a quiet street in a middle-class neighborhood, and we had lots of friends, and the days were easy. I can't recall too many worries in that time, and for that I'm forever grateful. In early spring of '93, my parents sat us down and told us that we'd be moving to Windsor to open a franchise. My first question was, where's Windsor? I had never heard of it before, and I struggled to comprehend the thought of leaving everyone behind. At that age, your friends are your life. The decision was a non-negotiable, and by July we'd sold our house and began our transition to Windsor. I started school in Tecumseh going into grade 7, which proved to be an incredibly hard couple of years. Unfortunately, when I arrived at our new school, I was not accepted by anyone. I was immediately outcast by the majority of the students, and the small few that would talk to me were still leery, as if by associating with me, they too would be outcast. I spent the next 2 years of my life hanging out with myself. These were very hard years, but in hindsight, it forced me to become best friends with myself, and I encourage all of you to apply that skill. In very dark times, most of your conversations will be with yourself. They often say going through a hardship together with someone creates the strongest bond, and I believe this to be true even if that experience involves just you. As much as I doubted the possibility at that time, I made it through elementary school, but not without a few lasting scars, and I knew the scars were there, but I clearly remember telling myself that these difficult times would help me be a better human, at which I'm still impressed at 13 years old I was able to see that far ahead. That experience trained me to see the importance of treating everyone as you'd like to be treated, something I'd never paid much attention to before. And they say the eyes only see what the brain knows, and I can confidently say that's accurate. That's the very thing that makes the difference between being smart and being wise. Upon entering high school, the tides changed, likely due to the fact most of the grade schools split between 2 high schools and the toxicity was diluted by population. I quickly became friends with lots of people, and many of those who shared similar interests in skateboarding. That was definitely my favorite pastime for that stage of my life. But being alone for those 2 years had changed me. I would now see every single person on this planet who, for the lack of a better term, had been rejected, isolated, or ostracized by majority groups of people. I would often walk into the cafeteria at lunch and look to see who was sitting alone, and I would go sit with them. I didn't care if others associated me with them, because deep down inside I was them, and we are all them. I also knew the incredible power of sitting next to someone who might be down to their last bit of patience or their last bit of hope. And that power far outweighs any repercussions that may come from making that decision. High school drew to a close, and as I left that final year, so did the majority of my friends. That wasn't due to bad relationships, it was due to natural course of life. People get older, they grow up, and they move on. Unfortunately, this was the exact same time that my parents lost the very business that we had moved to Windsor for. This was a difficult time for them, and as I watched their hard work incinerate right before their eyes by circumstances completely out of their control, it was all clear that all of their time would be occupied with every attempt to maintain normalcy for the family structure. A valiant fight to watch from the outside, but incredibly humbling experience to live first person. The following years after high school was similar to a sailboat with no course. I floated day to day, changing by the directions of the wind, and let me tell you, the stronger the winds are, the stronger your course will shift. Without a map and a good heading, I assure you, you will be lost. I poked around at a few post-secondary options, and I even signed up for business at St. Clair College. After all, this was a logical step. My parents were always in business. But I dropped out before the first semester had finished. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know where I wanted to go, and I definitely did not have a plan. In everything you do, you must always have a plan. Early one winter morning, everything had changed for me. I was driving home from a night out with friends when I witnessed a car drive off the road into a ditch through ice and finally come to rest in 3 feet of water. I pulled my car over, I called 911, and I ran down the embankment to where the water started. I saw a man slumped over the steering wheel who was unconscious. After giving my location to the ambulance communications officer, I put the phone down and I ran through the water to the car. I opened the driver's side door and I pulled the driver out, causing both of us to go backwards and completely submerge into the icy water. I eventually dragged him up the embankment as far as I could, and as I was following the instructions of the ambulance communications officer, he opened his eyes and asked me what I was doing. Unfortunately, this man was heavily intoxicated, and I remember being so mad that I worried so much about his well-being, and all the while, unbeknownst to me, it was self-inflicted. But upon deeper thought of that night, the lesson that I learned that morning was the fact that I was willing to stop what I was doing to help somebody without a second thought. This is something I encourage all of you to do, especially our paramedic and nursing students here today. You kind of signed up for that. While the paramedics were tending to the patient, I stood back and I couldn't believe this was an actual job. I couldn't believe that you could get paid to come and help people in need. The satisfaction from helping people coupled with an honest wage, to me, this was the ultimate job. I signed up for pre-health sciences at St. Clair College and used their tutoring services to ensure I was going to be accepted into the paramedic program. I was accepted the following year, and from that point on, it was an all-or-none principle. I was going to succeed, and there was no other option. I encourage all of you to continuously seek out and utilize every resource that is available to you at each stage of your life. Those resources are there for a great reason. During my studies, St. Clair College stood behind me. They offered the resources I need to get the job done, and the instructors took their time to educate and facilitate my learning. And although I didn't realize it at the time, looking back, it's all clear. This was a system that would give you everything you needed to succeed, and all you had to do was live up to your end of the bargain, and that was to show up and work hard. This is no different than the working world you're about to enter. If you want to find job satisfaction and be a part of something bigger, you must show up each and every day and work hard. Nobody is going to hand you something that's not earned. This was a key point when life took a different course for me. I had now found the confidence to tell myself I can do better and I could achieve goals I set my mind to. I can honestly say I had found my passion and finally had a plan, and there is so much truth when St. Clair College says, start here, go anywhere. Within the first year working as a paramedic, I looked at the management structure and said to myself, I want to be a part of that. Whether I realized it or not, once again, I started making small goals for myself to get into that team. I put myself into positions where I could learn, challenge my comfort levels, and grow. I promise all of you here tonight, this morning, if you're nervous about doing something or you're scared to jump in with 2 feet, it's only because you lack experience in that area. And the beauty of lacking experience is that experience is free. All you have to do is show initiative, raise your hand, and step up in times when most will remain quiet. Don't be afraid, you will survive, and I promise you will come out 10 times stronger. The funny thing about challenging yourself is that not many will do it. They will get in their comfort zone and they will stay there for the remainder of their lives. By this very principle, the more you challenge yourself, the less competition you will have. And when you start your careers, you're going to be nervous. You might ask yourself, what am I doing here? You might be afraid that someone will find out you can't do it and you shouldn't be in the spot you're in. Trust me, I know I've argued that with myself many times, and these are self-born allegations. These are coming from within. Never forget that. And if you're lucky enough, some people will even ask those questions of you. They'll cast doubt on your capabilities and disregard you as a worthy contender. It's critically important that in these difficult moments, when your character is being tested, you block out that static. I define static as all the things that are done and said in the course of a day that offer no value, have no purpose other than to bring you down or cast negative energy into your world. Static will suck up much of your time if you choose to listen to it. In difficult times, you must block this out and pull on every single lived experience you have to date Draw a parallel to the way you felt then and how you feel now, and realize this is just another point in your life where you will stretch, grow, and learn if you choose to. Enjoy the rare feeling of a warm smile or a helping hand in those difficult times. And don't ever forget how those kind gestures make you feel at that moment. Because just as sure as you're all going to be a new employee, faced with many difficult moments, you'll soon be an experienced employee. And someone just like you today will look up to you for a warm smile or a helping hand in that moment. And if the opportunity ever presents itself, sit next to them when you see them eating alone at the cafeteria. Enjoy today. This is your day. You earned it. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Justin. I would now like to call upon Ron Segan, Vice President, International Relations, Campus Development, and Student Services to present the Student Leadership Medals.
Good morning. The Student Leadership Medal is awarded to a graduating student who has demonstrated strong academic achievement and has contributed to the promotion of the campus environment through his or her relationships with staff and fellow students. On behalf of St. Clair College, the recipient of the 2019 Student Leadership Medal for the Chatham Campus is Chase Walls. Come on up, Chase. Chase is a graduate of the Powerline Technician Program, and we'll just give him a minute to join us on stage here. Chase is an outstanding individual who exemplifies strong leadership skills, commitment, and dedication to his fellow students. He is a student who gets involved through participation in cross-college activities, and he strives to do his very best to improve the experiences of those around him and in his community. During his 2 years in the Powerline Technician Program, Chase demonstrated strong academic achievement and completed his diploma with a cumulative grade point average of 3.2. all while balancing his academic and community responsibilities. Chase has served as the president of the Powerline Club and worked tirelessly to raise money to ensure that their club was well supported. Chase participated in many student-run activities through Thames Students Incorporated. He actively organized and coordinated a number of campus and community events, such as the Pancake Breakfast for Students, the Polar Plunge, which raised money for Special Olympics, a Chuck a Chicken event that raised money for the Erio Accessibility Park, and a Super Bowl event for the students and residents, just to name a few. For his academic achievements, promotion of the campus environment, and dedication to his fellow students, I am very proud to present Chase with the Student Leadership Medal for the Chatham Campus in 2019.
I would now like to call upon Patty France, President, to present the President's Medal.
Thank you, Randy. The President's Medal is awarded to a graduating student who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement combined with noteworthy participation and leadership during the student's years at St. Clair College. On behalf of the college, I am pleased to announce that Zach Rank is the recipient of the 2019 President's Medal for the Chatham Campus. And Zach, I would ask you to please join me on stage. Today, Zach graduates from the Powerline Technician Program after two years of dedication and determination. In addition to his studies, Zach was involved with the student government and served as the president of the Thames Students Incorporated. In this capacity, Zach participated in monthly student leader meetings with senior management, where his support and commitment to the betterment of the college and his fellow students was evident. There are many things to say about Zach's time at St. Clair College. Alongside his academic achievements, Zach was involved in numerous college committees, such as the Orientation Committee, the Sexual Violence Prevention Committee, the Smoking Committee, just to name a few. Zach also had significant involvement in facilitating the grand opening of the Andrew J. Foss Student Center, the National Powerline Training Center, and in organizing the Powerline Rodeo. Outside of the classroom, Zach facilitated and participated in many community fundraisers such as the Polar Plunge, Family Fun Day, Downtown in the City, Your Roots Are in CK, tree planting, and in the Chatham Christmas Parade. Zach shone as a student leader, and I am confident that Zach's leadership will enable him to continue to make positive contributions to our community. On behalf of St. Clair College, I am proud to present this medal in recognition of Zach's commitment to the community and his dedication to the betterment of others, as well as his support of his fellow students. Congratulations, Zach.
I would now like to reintroduce Vice President Academic Wasim Habash to acknowledge our award winners.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry, I lost my spot. The Faculty Academic Award is designed to recognize the graduating student in each program, full-time or part-time, who best demonstrated academic excellence. The Student Leadership Award recognizes the graduating student in each program, again, full or part-time, who best combines academic achievement and leadership. Would the recipients of the Faculty Academic Award and the Student Leadership Award please stand, if able, so that we may congratulate you on your achievements. So please stand. Outstanding. Thank you. Graduates, congratulations on receiving your diplomas or certificates today. Convocation is a formal recognition of your achievements. You have worked very hard, so celebrate this accomplishment. It is most deserving. There is, however, one other group here today that also deserve to be recognized. These are the remarkable, dedicated faculty here at St. Clair College who have contributed to your success. Graduates, I would ask that you please join me in a standing ovation to thank and recognize the faculty for their support and contributions. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Madam President, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for diplomas, certificates, or degrees by successfully completing curricula offered by several divisions of St. Clair College. They've been recommended by the faculty to be awarded diplomas in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors at St. Clair College, I do hereby confer on you your respective diplomas, certificates, and degrees with all of the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Madam President, on behalf of the graduates not present, I request that you confer their diplomas, certificates, and degrees in absentia.
I so do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. Good morning, and congratulations to the graduates of 2019. Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendation of our teaching faculty, it gives me great pleasure to present to you graduates for diplomas, certificates, and degrees from the School of Academic Studies, Chatham, Kent.
I am Ruth Susanna, and I now have the honor to present the graduates in the business program. Carrie Bishop Spence. Daniel Douglas. Elizabeth Gander. Adam Townsend. I now have the honor to present the graduates in the Business Accounting program, Joel Karen. Megan Horek. Tiffany Jackson. Jennifer Smith. Melissa Working.
I'm Kim Smart. I have the honor to present the graduates of the Developmental Services Worker Program. Joyce Benaisha. Rebecca Buchert. Brittany Curtis. Marion Fair. Priyanka Francis. Kylie Gavin. Jillian Havens. Leah Lenover. Kate Malafont. Carrie Miller. Rachel Mitchell. Monica Pioro. Kayla Poulin. Haley Price. Nikhil Matai Scrumbekel. Michelle Tong. Caitlin Vergucum. Samantha Van Thornout. Laura White. And Justin Volting. And this concludes the grads of the DSW program.
I am Brenda Huff, and I have the honor to present the graduates in the Early Childhood Education Program. Matilda Battle. Beverly Ann Bieber. Annie Brunk. Delphine Cannon. Courtney Davis. Christine DeJardins. Megan Diefenbaker. Vivian Dewanis. Clarissa Ford. Aaron Kettlewell. Kat Laprise. Jaden Malott Van Duzen. Emily Lynn McCartney. Megan McDermott. Cassandra McMahon. Joanna Pike. Kelly Smith. Kelly St. Pierre. Victoria Travis Iantosca. Okay. Jeremy Verkuterin. Sarah Verschure. Emily Wiseman. Candace Wright. This concludes the graduates in the Early Childhood Education Program.
I'm Ryan Pepper, and I have the honor to present the graduates of the Electrical Engineering Technician Program. Michael Chapman. Eric Crowder. Rupinder Kaur. Brant Langstaff. Donna Lind. Hi. Stephen McLaughlin. Justin Smith. Gage Vella. Isaac Walden. This concludes the graduates of the Electrical Engineering Technician Program. I now have the honor to present the graduates of the Electrical Techniques Program. Tristan Greenway. Spencer Labonte. Nicholas LaRouche. Emily McKenzie. Joe Witherow. This concludes the graduates of the Electrical Techniques Program.
I'm Doug Bendall, and I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the Powerline program. Give me a second. Matt Osner. Logan Bacon. Zach Boomhauer. Brandon Beatty. Nathan Bayshard. Dalton Black. Kyle Buckerich. Jeremy Caron. Noah Clark. Nolan Cordick. Mitchell Kudo. Brandon Eberlin. Devin Forget. Jamie Haskett. Trevor Hopkins. Caden Horton. Dane Johnstone. Jordan Kapinski Robinson. Aaron Kerr. Alex Krampitz. Timothy Lukey-Song. Eric Monet. Parker Morse. Nolan Muir. Garrett Ott. Brandon Pettit. Daniel Poirier. Zachary Rank. Jake Bull. Drew Smith. Shane Smith. Travis Snow. Tabor Sullivan. Bryce Vanderberg. Dean Van Seidenberg. Chase Walls. DJ Walzak. Harrison Weber. Tanner Winget. Matt Ewell. And this concludes the graduates of the Powerline program.
I'm Jody Gillier, and I have the honor to present the graduates in the Social Service Worker Gerontology program. Ramandeep Chima. Payel Goyal. Donna Hames. Jyoti. Amandeep Kaur. Karamjit Kaur. Rajbar Kaur. Brianna Leader. Carrie Ann Oldie. Dina Smith. Amanda Voros. And this concludes the graduates from the Social Service Worker Gerontology program.
Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendation, that's not the right spot. I would now like to call upon Monica Tithe, Chair, School of Health Sciences.
Good morning. Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendation of our teaching faculty, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduates for diplomas, certificates, and degrees from the School of Health Sciences.
I am Dr. Phil Rantz, and I have the honor to present the graduates in the Occupational Therapist and Physiotherapist Assistant program. Jasmine Aruda. Jeffrey Beaumont. Julia Bodner. Erica Dawson. Nakeed Edwards. Leandra Hintz. Carly McCullough. Neha Ansel. Anna Patel. Hunter Farzan. Claire Phibbs. Madeline Ripley. Brianna Schmalz. Amanda Schofield. Lillian Silva. Taylor Simonis. And that concludes the graduates in the Occupational Therapist and Physiotherapist program.
I'm Carolyn Ross, and I have the honor to present the graduates of the paramedic program. Erica Greco. Jillian Hogg. Oh. Dan Jubenville. Austin Parent. Joseph Roldan. Michael Scott. Emily Hewer. And Nicholas Zimmer. Congratulations.
I would now like to call upon Linda Watson, Chair of the School of Nursing.
Members of the Board of Governors, on the recommendation of our teaching faculty, it is my pleasure to present to you the graduates for diploma, certificates, and degrees from the School of Nursing.
I'm Susan Watson, and I have the honor to present the graduates in the Personal Support Worker program. Brittany Adams. Jacqueline Brown. Kaylee Coleman. Candace Irwin. Ashley LaRue. Tristan Robichaud. Alexis Shaw. Shanisa Vanderhoof. Valerie Worm. Sarah Wright. Diamond Zelina. And that concludes the graduates in the Personal Support Worker program.
I'm Dr. Andrea Pepper, and I have the honor to present the graduates in the Pre-Health Sciences pathway to advanced diplomas and degrees. Deepa Rani. Emily Shepley. This concludes the graduates in the pre-health program.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the conferring of diplomas and certificates. At this time, I would like you to reintroduce Rick Nichols, alumnus of St. Clair College and MPP Chatham Kent Leamington.
Well, thank you very much, and good morning. Could the audience please rise, if able, for the closing reflection? Please join me in this closing reflection. Together we ask that all of our graduates be filled with joy and peace. May they have success and happiness throughout the years. May they bring honor and wisdom to their lives, their families, their communities, and our country. And may they be filled with the desire to learn new things throughout their lives. We ask this according to the terms of our individual faiths. Please be seated. Graduates, you now belong to an amazing group of more than 100,000 people, which we call St. Clair College alumni. Give yourself a hand. Hoorah! Trust me, this relationship is a valuable one. Who you were entering St. Clair College pales in significance to whom you have become as a result of your education here at St. Clair. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2019, and welcome to St. Clair College alumni family. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the 5th session of the 52nd Annual Convocation of St. Clair College. We ask that the audience please remain seated until the graduates and the faculty have left the main floor.